Well, today for the Business Bootcamp, we did a series of workshops, and I presented one about the President's Performance Review. And in the President's Performance Review, we really talk about how often does a business owner actually take the time to evaluate their own performance and take a look at what they're doing well and what they're leaving out, and maybe perhaps micromanaging and leaving off some of the tasks that they don't want to do on a regular basis. So we looked at three different areas. One was their communication style, and whether or not they're visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and looked at a tool they can use to evaluate that they can take back to their business and use with their staff to help improve communication. And we also looked at what their preferences are as a business owner, what they tend to lean away from and what they lean into, the things that always end up migrating to the bottom of the to-do list, and really gave them an opportunity to see where that is a blind spot for them and the things that they avoid and that they really need to either delegate or start to lean into a little bit more because their business may be struggling because they're ignoring some important things. And then the third blind spot that we talked about was really looking at what leadership strengths they have as a business owner that they actually overdo to the point that it becomes a weakness. Micromanage too much, or maybe they're a little bit too flexible to the point where they're not leading their people well. So we looked at some of those overdone strengths as another blind spot that a lot of business owners have. One of the fun things that we did today with this group of 60 business owners is I asked every single one of them what was the number one thing that they'd like to change in their business to make some improvements for next year. And so they each wrote that down, and then everyone stood up, got around in a big group, and I just had them mix up the cards, pass them back and forth to one another. We did that 5 different times, and each time we stopped, they gathered in groups of 3, and they rated the cards that they were holding in their hands, someone else's challenge that they really wanted to take on for the next year. Where we brought the group back together, and we managed to get consensus as to what, out of this group of 60 business owners, what were the top 10 business challenges that are facing this community of business owners, so that we have the opportunity to move forward and help coach them and help provide resources and more boot camp sessions.